Okay, we're back in the greenhouse, and as you can see, it's a lot of mess because I've been doing some work in here. But one thing to check in on is I've installed the solar power. There's two 100 amp 100 watt panels just outside of the greenhouse, and those panels come in on these two wires, right? So the black and the red. Red goes to a shut off switch that's wise and I think also code, and then to the charge controller, and then from the charge controller through a fuse to the battery. And then you can see that I have an inverter, too small, but I have an inverter here that's linked directly to the battery. You'll also notice that the wires get a little thicker. These are 10 gauge wires out to the solar panels because that's what it comes with, so no reason to necessarily increase that. And then these go to 6 gauge wires internally. The black wire comes into the charge controller and then goes to a shunt, and then feeds the battery negative terminal here. And then all loads, the black wire goes through the other side of this shunt. So that gives me accurate power readings on the charge state of the battery. This is a Renogy 100 amp hour deep cycle battery. It's AGM, so you should only deplete at 50%, but you can, in theory, go to 80% and still get a reasonable lifetime out of the battery. But right now, I've got it in here, just plugged in an old radio, the last remaining CD player in my arsenal, and the exhaust fan, because my thermal thing, this thing, died yesterday, so I have a new one coming in that's going to be smart control. I will probably need to upgrade this inverter at some point. 500 watts isn't really enough. Probably will need to add a second battery at some point, but I'll keep it 12 volt, not 24 volt. And that's it for the solar. This is just about making this not have a long wire from the house. My house is about, 80 feet away, 100 feet away, so I didn't want to have to run a wire. And that's what the solar is about.